Hey man.
Hey man.
Hey man.
Hey man.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Hey Man. I'm Josh.
I'm Jacob.
Hey man.
Hey man.
How you doing?
I'm good. I've had Ford again today.
Yeah. Why? Do you have more Zits?
Dude, that one that was there last week is still there. And then there was another one that was directly next to it that was bigger.
I know you had 2 stars on your head at the
I
Monday
have 2
show.
pimple patches. Do you want to just, this is what they
Let's
look like
see.
right now.
Oh, they're not that bad.
They're
Open
not-
up. Lift that hat up, dude, so people can see.
They're like 2 little devil horns.
They're not that bad.
Well, they're not bad anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I popped one. Actually, I popped both of them.
Yeah.
But they're still, it's a bummer because like I popped them, but they're still rock hard. So I know that
Whoa.
I know there's things, there's shit still in there. And there has,
Rock hard Zit?
you don't feel it?
No, but rock
Feel it.
hard Zit. I've
Feel
never.
it.
That doesn't gross me out, dude. I would.
I know. Feel it.
Well, which one?
Either of them. They're both hard. Like one's kind of scabbed over and better, but the other one is like fully has like a hard,
Let me see.
has like a, this one's hard.
Yeah, it feels like a scab.
No, this one is a scab. This one has the shit still under the skin.
Okay. Did either one hit the mirror?
No, shockingly not. The first one, this one on the left, I thought was gonna, but it was more of one of those that like, it was not fully ready. So the more I pushed, it just hurt more and more.
Listen, dude, at your age, zits bothered me, but they didn't like zits at my age bother me so much because it feels like such. If I'm still going to get zits at my age, then my trade-off would be I would like my dick to work the same way it did when I was getting zits before. So fine, zit me up, but also let's re-energize the dick too. Don't
Well,
go.
like you want 14-year-old dick again?
Whoa.
Pause.
Whoa, dude.
Pause. No, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like you want your dick to work like a 14-year-old.
No, that takes up too much of your time.
Right. That you just said you wanted to work again.
But no, it doesn't work. It needs to work 35-year-old penis would be great.
But did you still get zits at 35?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right. Good
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, I just that's all I'm saying. Like, don't give me the youthful zit
I don't know
and the
if,
old man dick.
I don't know if zits are supposed to be youthful. I don't know if that's how that
I
works.
think more young people get them than older people.
Sure, but I wouldn't say it makes you youthful. I
No,
think it comes with youth.
That's what I'm saying.
But-
So you know what else comes with youth? A very functional, responsive penis.
A little insight into your private life.
Well, it's not that it's not working. It works.
Apparently not that good though.
It isn't as
My dick don't work too good.
it isn't as responsive as it was when I was younger.
Right, so it don't work too good,
It works.
but not too good.
It's not as good.
not too good.
It doesn't work as good
Too good.
as good.
Not too good. My dick don't work too good.
Is that from something?
No, just making it your new thing now. By the way, 10 minutes in, you're talking about dicks already.
You did.
No, you said if
No,
I was
you
going to have
said it.
zits, I want my dick to work is what you said.
Oh.
Fuck off. 10 minutes in, you're already talking about dicks. Brought to you by Dick Sporting Goods. Call back.
Listen, dude.
We need a Dick Sporting Goods.
I know.
But
I
I
was
don't know
really hoping when we posted that.
I don't know if we're going to be able to now because Tom Brady is Dick Sporting Goods. Like him, Travis Hunter, and a streamer named Speed just did a Dick Sporting Goods commercial. I think that we might be out of that
That
range.
feels a little above our pay grade for now.
Yeah, for now. For now. I hope I'm on Tom Brady's level at one point in time. The GOAT.
Yeah.
Bah.
What?
The GOAT.
Anyways,
Bah.
dude, I got to tell you, this bare mattress I got is the best mattress I've ever slept on. You and I, we are in hotels all the time. We're in hotels all of the time. So we sample so many different mattresses and we're so much, Goldilocks, too firm, too soft. We all the time, I'll wake up, I'm like, oh, my back hurts because it was too soft or my hips hurt because it was too hard. And so I'm very particular about the mattresses that I sleep on. And I'll tell you what, man, I wake up in the morning now, zero pain. Honestly, like it's for me the perfect combo of hard soft. It doesn't hurt my back. It supports it. But it doesn't like kill my hips as an old dude. Like I'm laying on a piece of concrete. Yo, dude, I'm going to be honest. When you do this for a long time, you get free stuff and you try it and you're like, oh yeah, okay. This legit, if I had known this mattress was this, I'd have bought this before we went into business with Bear. I'd have, if they had come to me, I'd have been like, I already have your mattress. It has been the most amazing product that has come along that I've tried that has legit changed my day-to-day because of how it makes me feel. And I'm telling you guys right now, you can try these mattresses, and if you don't like it, you can send it back. Don't be gross, but you can try it and wake up yourself and be like, yo, that Josh Wolf isn't just a pretty face. He knows what he's talking about. I'm telling you guys, try this mattress. And listen, guys, so you can get this mattress for 40% off, but you're not going to get this deal anywhere else. You have to go to bearmattress.com. You have to use my promo code, which is Hey Maaan, all caps 1A. Hey Maaan, all caps 1A, no space. You go to bearmattress.com, get your mattress for 40% off. Pretty amazing deal that I'm giving you right now. And if you don't like it, send it back. But guess what? You're going to like it a lot. Guys, here's what I want to talk to you. You know what I watched last night, dude? And by the way, spoiler alert.
Whoa.
Boy, that had a lot more consonants in it than it needed to.
There was a W in spoiler.
Why did?
And when we do this, can we put subtitles on and see what subtitles does? Because there was a couple extra consonants in spoiler.
Yes, spoiler alert.
You said
I said spoiler alert.
Yeah. There was a W in there that I don't know how that your dick don't work too good, and neither is your English.
Okay. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen the latest episode of Last of Us.
Yes. No, you got it right this time.
Yeah.
Nice.
But let me just say, anybody who watches Last of Us has watched this episode.
100%.
For those of you who haven't watched Last of Us, you should. It's to me the best. Well, I can't call it the best because Breaking Bad, but not Breaking Bad, Walking Dead. But like the post-apocalyptic zombie world, this is so fucking good. But this last episode, and by the way, if you haven't seen it, fast forward past this part. And if you haven't watched ever, you're missing out. But holy fuck sticks.
Yeah. Well, it's also based on a video game for those of you who might know that. Yeah. But also but I knew this was coming this episode.
You did?
It happened in the video game.
But how does it happen in the video game? Isn't somebody playing? Don't you play Pedro Pascal's character?
No. Yes, but you mainly play as Ellie in the second game, and so there's a scene where this whole thing happens, and you watch it happen. You watch it happen the exact way that it happened,
dude. First of all, I'm so glad I didn't know that going in. Did you know going in this episode?
I didn't know this episode, but when I saw the end of the first episode, and I saw when they were on the top of that ridge and those 5 who were hunting Joel for the last 5 years had shown up, I was like, oh, it's coming. It was either episode 2 or 3. I knew it was going to happen. But when I saw the giant horde, by the way,
first of all, dude, one of the most brutal scenes I have ever seen.
Yeah, it was a rough one to watch, especially because it's about to go down, and the worst part is Ellie didn't have to see it. She might not have ever even gotten in had she not known that Joel was, stuck in a storm or this and that. Like, had comms just not worked, they would have just gone back and retreated and no one would have ever known.
But dude, this was so, by the way, I did not quite so the young lady who performed one of the most brutally violent scenes I have ever seen. She was mad because he killed her dad.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Is that right, Matt?
At where the fire, remember in Salt Lake, in the very last episode where the whole place burns down, the guy tries to sexually assault Ellie in the church. Yes, he killed him, and killed her dad.
Joel never verbalizes that. He never goes, "Your dad was a rapist," and
I think he figured it out because remember when she was like, "I'm going to give you one last chance to tell me when the last time you saw the Fireflies was," and he said Salt Lake City. I think that in his brain is when it kind of clicked. Oh, you're somebody.
Yeah, no. I mean, but he never said to her, "Your dad was."
No. But he figured.
But such a brutal scene.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to remember, and just to hear the constant pounding when Ellie was walking in that she could hear from upstairs. It was hard for me to wrap my brain around what I was watching, but how it was shot, the entire show was masterful, dude.
Dude, the show itself is shot so well. The acting in it is so good. There's not a lot of things. Like, there's nothing for me that I would critique in this show so far. So far, the show is a 10 out of 10. It's perfectly done.
That episode was one of the toughest watches, but one of the best episodes I have ever seen. And then the fact
of TV,
the fact that they left the other two people alive, right? They weren't there to kill Ellie.
No,
they weren't there to kill that Dina. Just him.
Yeah.
And I think what's going to be her downfall, like the other people in the group, I'm not sure were too psyched on the brutality of the murder.
No, they just wanted, they kept saying, just get it done with. They didn't want.
Yeah.
But dude, not only the beating, like her punching him multiple times, but the shotgun shot to the knee in the first scene, and then for her to come over with a golf club and repeatedly hit him in the knee.
It was one of the most brutal. It was one of the most.
I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to think what other scenes or episodes of shows have affected me like that. I can think of one off the top of my head. Is that Walking Dead where Cutlets dies?
Oh, that's not even the Walking Dead scene I would choose.
The Walking Dead where Cutlets dies and two other people die.
Glenn.
So Glenn, what was Cutlets' name?
Abraham,
and then one other person died.
Well, I mean, those were the two that died then and there. Nobody else died in that circle. But multiple other people died.
But that scene, that episode was bananas. What's the episode you're talking about?
When they're in the prison and Carl comes out with Judith after his mom just gave birth, but then died in the prison. Carl! That whole meme thing where Rick is outside crying and looking at Carl and saying, "No, Carl." And then he goes on the rampage through the prison and just kills. He's in there for like a day and a half by himself, and he just kills every zombie that's in there.
Yeah, that wasn't it for me.
No, that scene with Lori was crazy.
That wasn't it for me. But
those are the best, by the way, those are the best. Sorry to cut you off. The best seasons of The Walking Dead are 3, 4, and 5. 3 and 4 is the prison seasons.
Yeah.
And then the 5 is the beginning of The Governor.
I'm just talking about single episodes. I think the episode of Sopranos where they killed Big Pussy, I was not expecting. I mean, you kind of saw it coming, but that one fucked me up a little bit too. I'm trying to think what other ones. I'm so curious, people listening, what episodes of TV have had profound effects on you. None of the Game of Thrones, the Red Wedding, was kind of fucking like, whoa, what are we watching?
Can I be honest? There's so many episodes or so many scenes from Game of Thrones. It's funny, Iman and my girlfriend and I were talking about that. Like that for me was such a good episode of TV. The Last of Us in the first season, episode 4 with Bill and the gay couple.
Yeah.
That is the best episode The Last of Us has ever put out. That episode hit everybody, whether gay, straight, whatever you are. That episode hit everybody right in the goddamn heart. That episode was so good.
I find it interesting when TV shows kill people that nobody thinks are gonna die. Now, if you've read the book, then you knew Joel was gonna die,
or saw the game, or played the game,
or part of the game. But for those of this is what makes that show interesting. And I'll never play the game or read the book. Excuse me. So, but the idea that if he dies, anybody can die.
That's why I have Game of Thrones. Remember Ned died in episode 9 of the first season. He was supposed to be the main guy for the entire show, and he was dead first season.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
And then the whole story shifted, and then by like season 5, you were like, oh, now I know who the main character is. But like it jumped so many different times, you didn't know who was going to be number 1.
Yeah.
And Ned dying in the first season was fucking brutal.
This latest episode of Last of Us, guys, I would just say if you don't mind brutal, it is brutal.
It's a brutal episode.
But if you don't mind it, it is fucking amazing. And I can I say something else about the zombies? I like this version of the zombie. The fast zombies, the slow zombies. Anytime I watch the slow zombies, I'm like, how are you even dying? How are you dying when you can backpedal away from a million of them?
Because you just get trapped. You get caught in a sticky position, stuff like that. But I'm
not dying. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, slow zombie apocalypse, I'm not dying. 0%.
You're not dying from zombies, but you're gonna die from other people.
Yeah, but when I see people getting caught by a slow zombie, I'm like, you deserve to die. How do you get caught by the stumble zombie?
Just because one cut. Did you even watch the show?
It just, nah. I'm not. There's no way I'm dying from a slow zombie.
That's fine, but I've already, my girlfriend and I have made this pact that if there is a zombie apocalypse or the end of the world crisis, we're going out on our own terms. I don't want to see the rebirth of the new world. I don't want to live through that traumatic bullshit. I'm ready. Let's go.
I'm glad you guys made a pact. Did you talk about what would happen if Bigfoot comes along too?
Here's the thing about The Last of Us. It's the most probable way.
Oh, about the fungi?
About the fungi spreading from a factory worldwide. This is the most logical explanation for a zombie apocalypse to break out.
Here's why I agree. Because mold is real and mold poisoning is real. And mold growing in your body is real.
Yeah.
And I can tell you from personal experience that when you have a lot of mold in your body, it changes how you behave. Dude, there's a year and a half of my life, and I've apologized to some people already, but there are other people that I owe apologies to because I was so heavily affected by mold poisoning. I was anxious. I was paranoid. I really thought people were conspiring against me that fucking weren't. There are people that I've sent, I was so much less tolerant of customer service, people on the phone. I really felt like everybody was kind of out to get me. I was super suspicious. So I know that having that shit in you, the mold, that it changed me. I wish there are people that I need to apologize to that I haven't. You remember Nadav? When Nadav and I first started working together, I apologized to him. I was like, hey, dude, just so you know, I sent you a couple emails over this year's time. And because he actually had been going through some mold stuff. And I was like, I want to apologize. This is what's going on with me. And he was like, yeah, no worries. I appreciate the apology. But he was like, I remember. I was bananas.
Yeah.
So I
know.
I agree that that would be the way it would happen. It wouldn't,
100%.
not the blood zombie stuff, but a actual fungus taking over your body makes sense to me.
100%. If it's in grain that is then packaged and shipped worldwide.
Dude, so legit behavior stuff that changed when I was full of mold. One, I avoided sunlight.
I'm going to do something really gross.
I know you are. I avoided sunlight. I didn't like being out in the day. I stayed in the house.
Yep.
I liked the shadow. I liked the dark in the house.
I live in the shadows.
I ate so much sweets, dude. I just did. There was so much mold in me that the mold was making decisions on my behavior. It really was about what I was eating, about where I was hanging out, about when I would go outside, what felt good. Smoking weed felt terrible. I would take one hit and I would just get like from head to probably waist, just feel like a heartbeat. It was a weird feeling. But all that being said, I agree with you. That would be the way.
It's the one that makes the most sense, most probable. People are like, oh no, what if their scientists are cooking up a disease in a lab and it just gets leaked? I'm like, sure, okay, like maybe, but this is the most probable way that this is going to happen. And it just, so, but yeah, I'm any zombie apocalypse or post-apocalyptic world, I'm out. I don't want anything to do with it. What's the point? You're not going to live to see the new world.
What new world? What are you talking about?
Well, everyone's like in this apocalyptic world, I guess, some people are trying to start colonies, right? And be the leader of that colony. You don't think the eventual plan is that you rebuild the world? You don't think that, right? I don't give a fuck. Fuck the new world. The new world is going to take ages to have to get to. There are 8 billion people on this planet right now. Let's say 1 billion of us live. You're telling me the rest of us got to go kill 7 times the living population to restart the new world? Fuck you. What's the point? There's no point in that. You're outnumbered from the start. There's no way to rebuild it from that small of people. What's the point?
What do you mean? You can't rebuild a world out of 1 billion people? At one point, dude, the world was 1,000 people.
Yeah, sure. But like with the whole world.
1 billion people. The whole lot of people.
The whole world contaminated, natural resources deteriorated. Like all the things you would need to build whatever. Like, I don't know. I just feel like supplies won't come as easy to rebuild the new world because everything's so scarce. There's no way to restart everything.
What are you talking about? First of all, what are you doing, Devin?
Yeah.
Dude, first of all, there's actually going to be more available resources because there'll be 7 billion people dead. It's not like the technology goes away. It's still everything's still there. We just got to, clear the deck. You
make it sound so easy.
Not easy, but you're not interested in crossbowing somebody just to see what happens from up on high.
What was that sentence?
Just you're sitting up on high with your crossbow.
Up on high what?
You're in your fort.
High ground.
Yeah.
Like I have the high ground now.
Sure.
It's another Star Wars reference.
Okay, but here's what I'm saying, dude. You wouldn't even at least be like, let's give this a fucking try.
Nope.
You're out day one.
I'm out day one.
Yeah. Dude.
Right the fuck away. Deuces.
That's crazy.
Why would I stay? What's the point?
But you're not curious. You wouldn't be curious at all to see if you could survive and who survives and then what the world looks like. And that's not interesting to you at all.
No, I don't. Everything's just shit. We're back in caveman, not caveman, but like day one, right? Like there's electricity may still be there, but there's no way of communication. Cars are very hard to come by. You're pretty much on foot the entire time and sleeping in broken down homes. Okay, right?
I'm in on all that.
You're in on all that, but won't go camping in a tent.
Well, 2 different things. One, I'm not camping in a tent during the apocalypse. You said in a home.
I said broken home. Like
okay, that's fine.
Just a shitty one.
Inside. I just don't like being outside when I sleep. But I would if it was the apocalypse.
This is a crazy outtake. Josh Wolf won't go camping voluntarily, but sign him up for the zombie apocalypse.
2 different things, dude. You're talking about choice.
Yeah, one sounds way worse than the other.
Camping.
It is the dumbest thing.
You're talking about choice versus necessity.
There's a choice in the second one too.
Yeah, but you're talking the choice is either live or die.
Yeah, that's
the choice in the first one is either inside or outside. It feels like a way different scalable choice. Live or die. I'm going live, and I'm crossbow Rick, dude.
No, you're not. I could give you years. I don't think you can figure out.
Dude, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be as good with that sword as Shimon is.
And by the way,
Shimon. What was her name?
Shimon.
Shimon? No, that's what Michael Jackson said.
Shimon. No, what was her name? Her name was No, it was
Shimon.
What was her name?
Simone?
No, it was fuck. Michonne.
Michonne.
Michonne. Nah. By the way, same letters, just in different orders.
Dude, I wonder if that's how they came up with their name. Shamon.
But no. By the way, and I'm not talking crossbow like Daryl, like this. I'm talking bow and arrow.
That's not how you do it.
This is a bow and arrow.
You don't do both hands like this. You're not.
Well, no,
jazz
you like
handing.
this one.
Yeah, you're not.
But it's like,
you don't jazz hand, dude.
this isn't jazz. I'm not jazz handing.
You think you shoot a bow and arrow like like that, like nothing in the hands?
Yeah, it's like a magic trick.
No, dude, that's crazy talk.
It's not.
So
it's just for dude. I don't shoot
just so
bow
I
and
know,
arrows.
just so when I'm planning the bunker, I don't need to save you a bet.
Don't save me anything.
Okay. You're out on the bunker.
I don't care if they're Walking Dead zombies, 28 Days Later zombies, or fucking Last of Us zombies. I'm out on all of them.
Rank them in order of the ones. So
scariest to least scary.
So we'll do Walking Dead, 28 Days Later, Last of Us, and the original like Dawn of the Living Dead type ones.
The ones who have weirdly like superhuman strength.
Yeah, but they move so slow.
They're really slow, but they're really strong.
Yeah,
for some reason they can break down doors. Yeah. Okay. So scariest to least scary, or least scary to scary? I'm gonna go scariest to least scary.
Okay.
I'm gonna go from the bottom. Least scary. Walking Dead.
Agreed. That's the one where I'm not dying. Anytime I saw someone die in The Walking Dead, I'm like, you're just a terrible survivor.
The one right above it, Dawn of the Dead. 100%.
Yeah. Again, slow zombie.
Wait.
Slow zombie, dude.
No. Dawn of the Dead wasn't slow zombies. Dawn of the Dead, that opening scene where that woman wakes up in her home and her daughter eats her husband's neck. That Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah, Night of the
Living Dead. Okay, yes. Dawn of the Dead. I'm out on those zombies too.
Night of the Living Dead and Walking Dead, Night of the Living Dead. If you die from one of those, you deserve it.
So I would go Walking Dead, Night of the Living Dead. And so then right there, right now, the last two are Last of Us and 28 Days Later.
Yeah. Now, what do you think? What do you think is the real difference between The Last of Us and the 28 Days Later ones? They're both fast.
They're both super fast. But the 28 Days Later ones are like parkour zombies.
Yeah, and what was with that big one that dude lit on fire?
Yeah.
Where do they come from?
There was one in the first season too. They're just giant. So there's like
just a giant spore.
So right now, if I'm correct, there are 3 or 4 different types of zombies in Last of Us. So there's the big mumbo jumbo motherfucker.
Yeah, dude.
Who's impossible to kill.
Yep.
There is your
final boss.
There is your regular one who's just fucking insane.
Yeah.
There's clickers. And clickers are the ones that have no eyes, but they make that terrifying clicking sound and screeching noise so they can see. They're like bats, right? They use that echo location. And so they're that one. They go off of sound only. And then there's the new one that Ellie discovered in the first episode that has learned how to stalk its prey.
Yeah.
So they like sit and they're silent. They walk on all fours. And I forget what those ones are called. But having that new zombie, remember when I told you the first episode set the tone?
Yeah.
The first episode set the fucking tone.
Yeah.
And by the way, also, we're in episode 2. Ellie has been bitten and is not turned into a zombie.
Dude, I still can't get the fucking visual. That whole get up, Joel, get up.
Is rough.
Because
it's rough.
She's used to him beating everything.
Yeah. Well, because he got stabbed and she saved him and he lived. So that's why this time she was like, come on, get the fuck up. Like, you got this. You can do this. You can get up. You can live. And then when that scene where she shoves the broken club in the neck and the sound just goes silent is heartbreaking.
I did find it interesting that she did not take into account at all that he saved her life.
I think she did. I just think she thinks she can handle everything on her own. That's what it is. It's just that, especially now at 19, like Ellie was doing all of that shit at 14 years old.
Yeah.
She is now 19 years old. She is, No,
I mean the other woman who killed him. He saved her life.
Oh, yeah. It's
okay. So let's go back.
But that's like put me in her position.
So
I'm hunting Joel too.
You go 28. You go 28 days later, and then you go.
I'm going Last of Us as the scariest because one, most real, not most realistic, but most real factor of a possibility of a zombie apocalypse is that. I would go 28 days later second because one, super fast parkour zombie.
Super fast.
However, once you're dead, the virus cannot mutate you. You have to, unless you're bitten by one.
Yeah.
But if you die, you don't just automatically get the virus. That's not how this works.
Right.
But they can also be shot in the heart. They don't have to be shot in the head. The 28 days later zombies can be shot in the heart because they're still human-ish.
These ones, the Last of Us ones, feel toughest to kill too.
Yeah, 100% toughest to kill. Like in that first episode where Ellie had to kill that clicker, she had to stab that motherfucker like 37 times in the neck.
Dude,
they're impossible to kill.
Okay, say Survivor, right? Who are you bringing with you? Who are the 3 people you're bringing with you? Who are you bringing?
If the pact that I have with my girlfriend is not a thing,
yeah, who are your 3?
I'm bringing my girlfriend.
Okay,
for sure. Iman is number 1 on the list.
Let's take away who we want to hang out with.
No,
say
for the end of the world, I need to have people I want to hang out with.
Say
one of them at least.
I just need survive. These are people you're like, fuck it. I just need to survive. Who are the people that you know that you're bringing with you?
People that I know I can access people?
Yes.
Jace, my mom's brother.
Good one.
100%.
Yep, good
Jace. One. I would also probably go her other brother, Brett, and probably grab him up as well.
Okay, right.
That's 2.
Yeah. Sorry.
And then I'm taking him on.
For end of the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got, Jason, Brett, I feel like I feel good in those.
So if we're going survival, I'd go Jace also.
100%.
I go my buddy Brett.
We both picked a Brett, just a different Brett.
Brett is my friend who sent me those 2 backpacks.
Oh yeah. I like him too.
Filled with Survivor stuff. Yeah.
I like him.
So I go Jace, I go Brett, and one more. So we got a hunter, we got a survivor.
You're not picking your wife?
To survive?
No, just to save.
This is 2 different things we're saying, dude. Because if I'm picking people to save, I'm picking you and your brother and sister and your mom. Right? But this is just survivor.
Only 2 out of
none of you are making the fucking list. Just survive? What skills do any of you have?
I have more skills to survive than you do in the wild.
No, you do not.
Cap. 100% I do.
What? You can set up a tent?
I could build a shelter.
Oh my God.
100%.
Could not build a fucking
Not
shelter.
a good one, but I could build one. 100%.
I could build the same shelter you could build.
No, I could build a better shelter.
0 chance you could
100%.
build a better shelter than me.
100%.
I've seen every episode of Alone.
You don't know how to do any of that.
I know better than you.
Let's test it.
Okay.
First of all, how do we test this?
First of all, what are you building if you're out there?
What do you mean? I'm not building like a 400 square foot studio, but I'm building absolutely.
What?
I think I'd more build like a little structure, like a little A-frame.
That's what I'm bringing, A-frame. Don't take my idea. I'm building.
What do you mean? I literally just said A-frame.
I'm building A-frame, but I was thinking it, and you took it.
Then, if anything, I would look for a large rock that has something underneath it that I can then
cave.
No, not even a cave. I don't want to go in. I don't want a cave where a bear lives. I want legit a giant rock that has just a little bit underneath it that I can go. But then I would build half of an A-frame onto the rock.
Yeah.
To keep the rain out or anything else, and then I would put mud on it to keep it insulated in between, and then I would cover it with pine.
I want everyone to chime in. Who do we think
I said
is a better survivor?
Dude, you don't even like to sleep outside.
But we're talking about, again, you're confluting things.
No, am I saying you not wanting to sleep outside is not a fact?
Yeah, but dude,
what?
Necessity and want. If it's the apocalypse, I'm fucking sleeping outside. I get it.
Why'd you say it like that?
I get it.
Outside.
I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping outside. I'm sleeping outside. I get it. You think that you're a better survivor than me?
Absolutely. I could definitely go longer without eating than you.
No, 0% chance, dude. 0% chance.
Okay.
0% chance.
Sure.
What's the longest you've fasted?
With or without drugs?
Without drugs.
Okay. I was going to say, well, I don't intentionally fast, but I unintentionally, I've been up since 8 a.m. I'm not even hungry. It's been 4 hours since I've been up.
You fasted for 4 hours,
no,
dude?
I'm just saying, like,
that's called in between meals.
You have to eat when you get up.
Yeah, I haven't eaten since 8 a.m. Yeah, dude, that's called a day.
No, I haven't eaten since I've been up. Like, I haven't eaten a thing since I've been up. The only thing in my body right now is the Celsius.
What time did you go to sleep? When did you have your last food?
What time did I go to bed? I don't know. I probably ate last night around like 11.
Okay, dude. So it's been barely 13 hours.
Yeah. But I'm good. But you can't do that.
Yeah, dude, I fast 16 hours almost every night.
Oh, because you're sleeping?
No, because I don't eat past 7, and then
You're asleep at 9.
Yeah.
Okay, then what time do you wake up?
5.
Okay, then what time do you eat? After you walk Indy?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I eat whenever I want to, but I can.
So can I.
So you're saying
I'm literally doing it right now.
No, you think you can fast longer than me?
Absolutely. Without losing our mind? Because you're going to get hangry and upset way faster than I will.
Let's fucking do
100%. You'll get hangry and way faster than me.
Dude, there's no doubt I'll get hangry.
I won't eat until tonight. I won't eat until tonight.
I can 100% fast 3 days.
3 days?
Yep.
You want to fast for 3 days?
I don't want to. This is not what I said. I can.
So is that that's a challenge? You want to just not eat for 3 days? How about this?
I don't want to not
eat. How about on the weekend? This weekend.
I can't do it while I'm performing.
Excuses.
Here's okay. Let's do 2 things. First of all, we should come up with a survivor. How are we going to prove who's a better survivor?
We just got to get dropped somewhere for the day.
For the day?
Yeah. And we get a backpack with no food or anything in it. You have to get your own food.
Well, day, I'll just sit on a rock until somebody come get me.
Okay, so a weekend.
Yeah, day, I could just lay out on a rock.
You want to do a weekend? And just like we'll get dropped off in a random place and we'll just have to build our own shelter?
Well, I think if we do a weekend, we should do a weekend together and film it.
Well, we can't be together. That's the whole point.
But I think we will find out real quick who's better if we're there together. And it'll be funnier.
Okay. So we each have to build our own respective shelters?
We should think about.
No, yes.
Okay.
We'll have to, that's how that works.
So what do we get to bring with us?
I think each one of us gets to bring the clothes that are on our back.
Easy.
And then we get to each bring
1 protein bar. No, I'm just kidding.
And we each get to bring
blender
3
for
items.
shakes.
3 items.
Okay.
And I know what are the 3 items. I think I know what 3 items I'm bringing.
Axe or a saw, but probably axe.
Okay.
How long are we out there?
A weekend.
A pan.
I don't need a pan to cook. Just got a big rock.
Cool. It's for the water to boil.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't get sick.
Yeah. Catch rainwater.
What if it doesn't rain, dude?
Yeah, all right. I'm fasting for 3 days.
Yeah, but you need water.
Yeah, I know.
So I go axe, I go pan, and I can't start my own fire, so I'm going to need like a lighter.
You're going lighter? I would go flint.
A lighter's easier. I'm only out there for 2 days. So I just need to go, that's also what it,
that's
not to be
there's
confused.
No way.
Not to be confused.
Dude, a lighter is. Why are you doing that? That is not what that sounded. Oh no! The for the lighter would be the like just the click ones.
Yeah,
that's because you're old.
No, not.
You're doing the wrong sounds for everything now.
My brain's breaking. But
stroke number 1.
But so I think we go out together and film because it'll be funnier.
Okay.
I think we bring. Okay. We get 4 items.
No, 3 items.
I want to bring a tarp too.
No, that's the whole point. Is you have to build your own shelter. 3 items.
The people on alone bring a tarp.
How many items do they get?
10.
Really?
Yeah.
That's because they're alone for as long as they need to be alone for. We're doing it for a weekend.
Yeah. So we get 4 items.
3.
4.
3.
4.
3.
4.
3. 3. 3. 3.
Okay. Fine.
3.
Fine. Deal.
Okay. What are you knocking out for the tarp?
No. I need an axe because I need to cut wood.
Yep.
I need the pan.
I think you mean pot.
Pot or whatever.
Just get it.
I need a pot or a pan, doesn't matter. And I need a lighter.
All right.
And I need to have someone come out early with me and show me how to start a fire without burning down the forest.
I know how to do that.
Well, I know how to start a fire, but I
did it.
I don't want to start a fire.
I did
you
it
know
on your
what I mean?
land in Joshua Tree.
Yeah, but dude, there's a difference between not starting a fire in a forest and not starting a fire in the desert.
Where one is a lot drier.
Yeah, dude, but
Same concept.
you are for sure not going to out-survive me
100%.
if you think the desert burns like the
It
forest.
doesn't burn like the forest, dingus.
You just said...
It can things not still catch on fire?
Have you heard of the big desert fires that are destroying acres and acres of desert?
What about all the homes that are in the desert too, dickhead?
Have you Google desert fire and see which catastrophic desert fire has leveled deserts? This is not a thing. Are you kidding?
When did I? By the way, now you're convoluting things. When did I ever say there was massive desert fires?
You just did.
I just said I know how to build a fire
in the history of desert fires.
These are all words that never came out of my mouth. The history of desert fires, those words came out of my mouth other than right now. Other than right now?
No. Okay.
What's the tea, bitch? That's not how that works.
So what 3 things are you bringing?
I'm also bringing an axe. I'm also bringing a flint and a fire starter.
Why wouldn't you bring a lighter? Just out of curiosity. The lighter's so much easier than the flint. So why are you bringing?
Yeah, I don't want. I don't want to bring the. It feels like it's cheating bringing a lighter.
Okay, so you want to be in the 1700s.
I want to make it seem like we're outside in the.
We are outside
in the wild. In the wild, yeah. So I'm bringing a flint.
You know, and people who get stuck out in the wild don't just have a lighter in their pocket sometimes.
Maybe.
Okay.
But when does that happen?
When anybody who smokes gets stuck out in the wild?
Well, yeah, sure, I guess. But I've been stuck in. I've not been stuck in the wild, but I've been in the wild plenty of times without a lighter.
Axe, flint.
Yeah, I mean the pot's probably a good idea.
Here's what I think. I think we're building and we build right next to each other. So like,
yeah,
we're neighbors.
Yeah, so that means I'm taking the.
Can we bring weed?
I think so. I think it's a necessity. I think that just comes on.
But I do. That's not one of your 3 items.
No, but it's whatever.
I can't bring a tarp, but you can bring weed.
We can bring weed.
Oh.
Yeah. But also, what if it's just it happens to just be in the jacket that I put on accidentally? You know what I mean? It's on my person. I just get to have it.
Well, let's talk about it. Seems weird. Plus, I don't want to have the munchies and no food. That seems terrible.
Be a really challenging way to fast.
Yeah.
I could do that better than you for sure.
Fast?
Being high and not eating?
No, I do it all the time. What are you talking about? I don't.
Not on the road, you don't.
Well, weed doesn't give me, smoking weed does not give me the munchies.
How's that possible?
Edibles give me the munchies.
But why does smoking weed not give you the munchies?
Not sure. I don't really smoke weed anymore, but
can't relate.
Yeah, it doesn't.
How was your 420?
Dude, I did. By the way, this is happening. The survival challenge is happening.
Okay.
We just need somebody to make sure we get put in a place near water that doesn't have bears. We can't be.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I don't need to be. That is one challenge I will tap out on. I do not need to be in the wild with the bears.
No.
I've seen Revenant. Revenant?
Was
that what that movie was called?
Yeah, Revenant.
Right?
I'll bring a gun just in case, which doesn't count as.
No, because that's for both of us.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'll probably be the one to fire it.
Why?
Have you gone shooting with it?
Yeah.
When?
Multiple times here.
That did not sound super convincing.
Well, when's the last time? Not since I've been in this new house.
It's been like a little over a year.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
But I did lose the key to the case, so I'm either gonna have to get a locksmith or a new gun.
So you just have a gun in a case that's just sitting in your house and you don't know where the key is?
Let's just say I do have a shotgun at the house, and I don't have.
No, just
I don't have to have great aim with that.
No, not from close up. You don't.
No, not in a house. I feel like I probably hit what I'm looking for.
I think you're okay.
Yeah,
close range with a shotty.
But yeah, man. So my 420 was good. I did a high live. I don't really smoke much anymore at all, actually.
I do.
And I am way down on my edibles, but I'm going to start doing High Live again once a month right now.
Oh, okay.
Guys, it was so much fun. And I had Yola and Lee Syatt on with me. I was higher. This is saying something. Higher than I've ever been on a live stream, including any of the past High Lives or any of Yola's streams.
Wow, that's a lot,
Dude.
because I've been with you for some pretty, like the backyard shenanigans during COVID and YOLO streams. I've had to play babysitter more than a couple times.
10 minutes in, I said to the people watching, and this is on my YouTube channel and Facebook, I was like, hey guys, I'm in trouble. I have 20 minutes until a guest comes on, and my brain is not. And it lasted that high 2.5 hours.
It's crazy.
And when you go back and watch some of it just is not making sense.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun.
But a lot of your High Lives didn't make sense.
So much fun. So I'm going to start doing it once a month. I'm going to do it the way I used to do it. I'm going to bring people on as guests. You know, Thomas and I drew portraits of each other.
Right.
It was so much harder for me because I bought a box of new markers.
Mm-hmm.
But I was having trouble deciding what color markers without looking racist. You know? So I would start a drawing. You can see on the stream, I would start a drawing and I would draw the head and I would look at him and I'd go, nah. And I'd turn the page. My notebook has like 8 heads in it before I started drawing.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. It was amazing. And then Lee came on, but I can't wait to start doing this once a month. It was, I had stopped doing it because it stopped being fun for me. And you know me, dude. If something's not fun, I'm not doing it anymore.
Fair enough.
And this was so much fun. So I can't wait. And I'm starting a mushroom podcast.
What? With who?
I can't say yet, but the name of the podcast is The Fun Guys.
Okay. I think I have probably a thought as to who you're starting it with.
And it's going to be me, I think, and I don't know about him, what he's going to do, but I'm going to start at 3 grams and I'm going to inch my way up every podcast just to see where we can go.
So you're going to do 3 grams the first podcast. The next one you'll do 3.5 or 4?
I don't know. Depends. If I can't hold a conversation at 3 grams, then we won't go any higher. But we're just going to have some fun, man.
That seems dangerous.
I am finally, listen, I'm just doing things that I like to do. It's why, dude, I stayed away from talking to trolls or people for a while.
Right.
But, just like on the comments of the podcast, sometimes I can't help myself.
Yeah, I get that.
There was this one dude, I think last week's podcast, he said something. I just couldn't help myself. And okay. So the little brother in me, guys, here's the thing. And anybody who's the littlest brother of a big family or the littlest sibling of a big family will understand this. You grow up figuring out how to bother people and how to bother people without maybe getting punched in the face. But bothering people is such a great feel. It's so delicious. It's so amazing.
That's delicious count number 2. What is up with you and using the word delicious?
I just love it, dude. And so there's this guy, the idea that I'm living rent free in somebody's head just by saying something, and then I get to go out on my day is so amazing. And I tried to stay away from that energy for a long time, but I can't help myself. This dude, you should go back and read his comment from last week's podcast.
I will.
Oh my God. But I love calling people who get so angry. I love calling them little fella.
Champ.
Little fella to some dude who's getting mad. You fucking. I'm like,
yeah.
Hey, little fella. Why are you so upset? Little buddy, little fella. Reminding them that their angry rant and the fact that they watched the video all the way through is like ironically helping me,
Yeah.
and the comment helps the algo. And then when I comment back, all of it is helping me. Not only that, you know what's helping me? Me knowing it's making them so
It's what gets you going.
oh my God. I can't do it all the time because I don't like to get sucked into too much of that energy. But every now and then I'll stop in. I'll go, yeah,
I got time.
he deserves a little buddy.
So sometimes you look at it and you go, you know what? I got time today.
Oh yeah, dude. And the offer to send them an autograph picture. I'm like, you obviously have a crush. You've left me 2 comments. Send me your address. I'll get you an autograph picture, little Billy.
Dude. Yeah. It's that, dude. How about that thing I posted on Instagram earlier this week
Which one?
about a
Oh
fake
my
you
God.
messaging me? Dude, hold on. Can I
The fake me's are amazing.
my girlfriend Iman just got followed by a fake me.
Really?
Yeah. And it's a fake me. Like, hey, what's up?
How do you feel about a fake you? Are you flattered?
Yeah. I mean, it's nice. Like, I'm not mad at it. Please tell me I didn't get rid of it. Did I get rid of it?
You took the post down?
No, I was wondering. I must have like deleted the message
Oh.
because I wanted to reply. So it says, "Hi, Josh Wolf. Thanks so much for the follow back on here. I know this is like a dream to you. Thank you for being a fan."
By the way, I know it is a dream to you, so.
Getting a message like this is a dream to me, 100%. Yeah, this is the best thing. I love it. Same profile picture as you.
Man.
Yeah, no, the whole thing is super, super good. It really made me laugh. I enjoyed that very much.
So
Josh Wolf.
do you feel like in a weird way when there's a fake Jacob Wolf, you're like, all right.
No,
You know,
no. I'm looking at him like, why are you impersonating me?
Well, what about tonight?
Do you know what I mean though? Like,
Yeah.
why is it me?
Well, let me ask you this. We're doing a charity event tonight. What do you feel about do you like that we're getting invited to go do charity
Dude, I
events
love
and
that
stuff?
we're getting invited to a charity event. It's to raise money for cancer research.
Yeah,
I
by
love
the way,
that.
guys, it's a pool tournament and Jacob and we're going in character. I have an outfit for my character.
I think I can come up with one. I think one of the jackets from Family Tussle is going to come in handy tonight.
Yeah, dude.
It's a very
wear the Viper shades.
Pit Viper. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, you're Viper.
Well, we can change it. I'll be Rattlesnake.
Well, no, because do you want to wear the Pit Vipers?
Well, I was going to say you can wear them and just be Jack Viper.
Or what if
the two names right now were, I was going to be Jimmy Viper.
Yeah, and I was going to be Jack Rattlesnake.
And we were going to be pool hustlers and I have my outfit, but whoever's going to take the last name Viper needs the Vipers.
I have Pit Vipers.
So up to you what you'd rather be.
Well, what's your outfit?
I have tight cheetah pants.
Jesus, you sound like my girlfriend.
Tight.
Yes, you can tell you're tight by your tight buns.
I'm going to go tight cheetah pants. You know that kind of long black unisex robe I bought, not robe, but like cape almost.
Yeah.
I bought in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Or was that Australia? Australia. Remember that first time we went back to the store?
Yeah.
So that, I can't decide about the black cowboy boots or the white kind of rocker heels.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't have like
I think
shoes for this.
No. But I think you go straight hick.
Whatever hick.
Like you go redneck hick with the Vipers, like NASCAR.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you go NASCAR Viper.
But that's what I'm saying is I don't think I have the outfit for that. Like I'm trying to think because I have Pit Vipers, but I could wear like really short shorts and a wife beater, but like that's not fun.
Like that, but like, dude, short shorts with one of those jackets would be real funny.
Short shorts with short shorts with a tassel jacket, but I don't have like jean shorts. I have like pink chubbies.
Don't you? What are pink chubbies?
Chubbies is a brand of short shorts for men.
How many jeans do you own?
Not that many. Why? You want me to cut them?
You cut a pair. We just get another pair of jeans.
Maybe. Oh yeah, actually, I can cut the brand new ones that I got because they're really itchy around my shins. So I'll just.
Are you going? And which one are you going? Are you going Rattlesnake or Viper?
Well, I'll go Viper because I have the Pit Vipers.
So you're going to be Jack Viper, and I'm Jimmy Rattlesnake.
Yeah. Honestly, it sounds better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go Pit Vipers. Perfect.
I'm Jack Viper.
He can be, but you have to stay in character the whole night.
Yeah.
And Jack Viper dude is a confident dude. So you got to walk in, balls out, and
Literally? Oh.
balls out and just excited about, dominating this pool tournament the way you always do.
Yeah. Okay.
It's for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for the kids.
Yeah. But
I think my voice and persona is going to be kind of like Johnny Bravo.
you're going low voice.
Hey, little mama.
I like that. I'm going high voice then.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going this guy. I'm going this guy right here.
Hey, little mama.
Yeah, this guy. Maybe this
Hey,
guy.
you ready to shoot some pool?
Oh, hey. What?
Oh, hey, little mama.
So you're being cool. I'm being high energy.
I need to get a toothpick.
That seems easy.
Oh, I have some actually.
But I think you low energy, me high energy is the way to go.
Yeah.
And are we separate team, same team? Do we come together in alternate shots? Or are we separate entities?
Well, what if we
at the
did? Well,
tournament?
what if we were like the entities, like from Blades of Glory? Like we were those two. Like we were Chad Michaels and Tim Jimmy. You know what I'm talking about? Like how
Yeah.
they like what if we like did pool shots where I was like where like I went to go do like a behind the back, but then you like spotted me. Like, do you know what I mean?
This
Like,
is what I'm saying. So what I'm asking you is, I think we come as a pair. They don't split us up.
no, we're a pair.
Yeah.
No,
and we
we're-
alternate shots.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We're a team.
Agreed.
We're what's this fire and ice, baby? We don't go without each other. You know,
The
what I'm saying?
Viper and the Rattlesnake.
the
go
good
together.
and the evil, the Viper and the Rattlesnake never
They stay
go.
together.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're natural enemies in the wild, but tonight they're best friends.
Are they both poisonous or are they both venomous? Or is one poisonous and one venomous?
Rattlesnakes are venomous because there's an anti-venom that
Okay.
you would need.
Okay.
And a viper, I don't know,
All right.
but I know rattlesnakes are venomous.
Okay.
Yeah, fun fact for those of you who didn't know, they're different, which I didn't learn until like last year.
Yeah. I only assumed they were different because they're different words.
Yeah, I just assumed they were like synonyms.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they are.
I don't really know the difference though.
One can kill you, one can't, if I'm correct.
Poison,
I think venom,
because rattlesnake can kill you.
if not treated fast enough correctly.
Right. So, and
So I
that's
think venom is deadly. Poisonous is still not good, but not deadly.
Matt, will you Google
Can we just do it?
Viper and Jacob, you can do it. Viper and rattlesnake. And what, because one of us will be deadly
What
and
is-
one is just, we'll just be uncomfortable. Yeah. I
But-
think,
I'm going to do what is the difference between venom and poison. The key difference between venom and poison lies on how they enter the body. Venom is actively injected while poison is passively absorbed or ingested. So venom is a toxin produced by an animal and injected through a bite or a sting, whereas poison is a toxin that enters the body through ingestion, inhalation, or absorption through the skin. So all snakes are venomous.
so just what's the difference then between a viper bite and a rattlesnake bite? Let's Google that.
Okay, what's the difference between
Because
rattlesnake bite
and a viper,
and a viper?
are there different type of vipers, it feels like?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Rattlesnake and viper bites can have similar symptoms, but some key differences exist in the venom's effects and overall presentation. Rattlesnakes being pit vipers tend to cause more extensive local swelling and tissue damage, while viper bites, particularly from non-pit vipers, may have a more pronounced systematic effect, including more severe bleeding issues. So rattlesnakes seem to be an off-branch type of viper,
All right.
which I did not know.
No, I did not know that either. Okay. Well, when we're in the woods, that'll be shit that we'll have to pick up on. By the way, we'll also have to go somewhere.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Vipers can have 1, 2, or 3 fangs that make puncture marks. Rattlesnakes only have 2.
Okay. One?
That's what I said.
The fucking unicorn? Gink.
Or like
Wow.
that dude from what's his name? Who only had 1 tooth and learned how to eat a steak.
Yeah. We're getting near the end of our little run here.
We are indeed. We didn't even talk about two of the things we want to talk
Yeah,
about.
I know. Tell everybody where we're at, what we're doing.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. As always, we really appreciate you guys. None of this is possible without you. I mean that wholeheartedly. Thank you as always for tuning in. By the time you hear this weekend, we will be in Grand Rapids, Michigan, for the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th. I will only be there the 24th and the 25th because I'm flying back this weekend to go see AC/DC at Allegiant Stadium. All right. The week after that, we are in Cincinnati, Ohio, so come see us there. And then Saginaw, right? That's just one day only. That's the only day of tour we have that week, right? It's
And
just
then
that.
Winnipeg.
And-
yeah.
Okay, so we have Winnipeg after Saginaw. So Saginaw's the 17th. The week after that, do the math. I can't do it right quick. Is Winnipeg. What is it? 22nd, 23rd, and 24th?
It seems like it. Yeah.
Okay. And then after that, we are in Richmond, Virginia, and Virginia Beach. And other than that, that's it for us. You have anything you want to interrupt me and say like you usually do?
No, I know.
Great job. Josh Wolf Comedy on all platforms. ComedianJoshWolf.com for tour dates and tickets. We're in a city near you, so come see us. It's Jake Wolf on TikTok, Jake_Wolf on Instagram.
I do want to say one thing.
And now you want to interrupt me.
We will be rebranding this podcast.
Indeed.
So just so you know, guys, we're going to rebrand it. We're just going to lean more into interviewing some people. And we're going to change the name to Generation Wolf. I'm going to give it a new picture, but it'll still be us two dummies. We're just going to be adding some more people in there. So get ready. The rebrand will be coming. We'll be calling it Generation Wolf. Same ridiculousness, just adding another person.
And as always, do something nice for someone today. Tell somebody you love them. We'll see you next week.
Later. Hey, if you like this podcast you just watched, you're going to love the one I'm popping up in your face right now. Check it out.